feel you. Whole time. I just needed to move over here. Alright, that's going. Alright, we are back with our interview with Gabby. In fact, she was probably the last voice you heard in that ad. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Gabby is the founder and chief editor of J-Dog. We talked about a lot of stuff. We didn't even really talk about J-Dog. So, yeah. So, you were a student, you did psychology, you didn't want to talk about cognitive dissonance anymore, moved into philosophy, I can't think of a term, so I'm not going to try to flex.
Metaphysics. That is my favorite, but yeah.
But you didn't, so like what does one do with a philosophy degree?
Lawyer or a teacher.
Yeah, I was going to say, like after that you're going to have to go into law.
Didn't want to do either of those things. I used to want to be a lawyer, but...
Yeah, same. I don't like school though, so.
Yeah, I don't like school. Yeah, I just stopped having like a interest in law. But philosophy gives you a lot of like critical thinking and analytical skills.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody who's like a philosophy major goes right into law or teaching. And I was just like, well, I don't want to do either of those, so I'll just do this on my own. And I just started reading a lot of the philosophy books just for my own knowledge, because I really do like it. Like, yeah. But I'm somebody who's okay with not having an actual answer for certain things, and that's what a lot of philosophy is.
Okay. So, I failed philosophy the first time I took it. Yeah. And then I got an A+ the second time I took it. It was the professor, I'm pretty sure.
That happens in college. It happens in college always, because my math teacher was terrible. She was like, oh, don't you guys want to break down the quadratic formula? And I was like, nope, it's a formula, it's done. I was like, we are not math majors, let's move on. Everybody ended up dropping her class though.
Yeah, I should have dropped that philosophy class. I got to the point where I realized I was going to fail, and it was past the drop date, so I just stopped going to class. Yeah. I was like, all right, the money's wasted already, so.
Yeah, it's not even a point to waste your time.
Like, I applied for the withdrawal. They were like, no, like, take the class. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. There's no point. So, Mom and Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry, I lied. I did not go to the final. I got a 0 on that. Yeah, anyways, so I took it again with this guy that actually ended up being, he was a pastor of a church, and I knew him, but I didn't know I knew him through that. I just, you see a black guy, and he's just like, oh, all right, Dr. McGinnis, and then I saw him at my church. Okay. And I was like, Professor McGinnis, he's like, that's Reverend McGinnis, and I'm like, he's like, I got your final back, you got an A. I'm like, thanks. He's like, yeah, I didn't know you went to this church. I'm like, I didn't know you were a pastor. Anyways, how did that get into a magazine? I mean, you started with the magazine, but like how did that lead into journalism, I guess?
Okay, so, surprise, I hate writing. Nobody ever thinks, they're always like, oh, you must love writing. And I'm like, no, I hate it.
But, and you're writing a book.
And I'm writing a book. See, the writing a book is a lot easier.
Okay.
Especially since it's finance, and finance is something that I actually am super passionate about. But with the magazine, I'll say that socially, I tend to be a little bit like rebellious or whatever. Like if the crowd's going that way, and if I want to go that way, I'll go that way after the crowd like kind of clears out. Okay. So like for TV shows, everybody loves like Grey's Anatomy and all that other stuff. Whatever. I picked it up when it was on Netflix. Yeah. I'll wait till until it kind of dies down. Otherwise, I'll like go the other way. So
that's how I feel about music.
Yeah. Yeah, music too. I have not listened to Chris Brown that long yet.
I haven't listened to his last too many songs.
That and I just the hype around a lot of things kind of turns me off of a lot.
Yeah.
So with all of those big names, there were people like, oh my God, world, don't crucify me. But
Jesus.
I'm not 100% convinced that Mary J. Blige can sing the way people give her credit for it.
Wow.
I know. It's such like a...
You let me know if I'm editing that out.
No, go ahead. Like, I think she can definitely hold like a really nice note, tune, whatever, but I don't think that she's as...
I kind of agree. It's just I grew up on Mary J. Blige, so it's a soft spot.
I mean, me too, but I'm gonna be honest about it. Like, I just don't, and I don't believe.
That's how I feel about Lauren.
Really?
She sings the same riff every so often.
Yeah,
Like
Lauren. I just love Lauren's subject matter a lot more.
Yeah.
For the most part, and I like how she's like now like a little loopy. I don't like how she's late to her shows because she canceled the one that I was supposed to go to.
Oh no! Don't buy Lauren no tickets.
That one luckily I didn't buy. I know the guy that works at PNC, so.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but so as for the magazine, what really got me into it with hating writing and all that other stuff, whatever, I actually wanted to help people. I felt like with all these big name people who I don't think are that great, but then I look at people, who just don't have the money, don't have the exposure and stuff, and they are that great. I was like, I want to help open doors for those people.
Yeah.
And while not everybody's going to be mainstream or whatever the case may be, I want people to live out their dreams. Like, I'm a big believer in not doing something that you hate for for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So the magazine, that's where the magazine ties in. It's like I just genuinely wanted to help people. Yeah, so that's how that happened or whatever, and the writing is just, it just comes with it. But yeah, I just wanted to help people. I felt like a lot of people on like the ground deserve more exposure, more opportunities and stuff like that. So hopefully, I want to be able to be in a position to give people those opportunities.
Yeah.
So that's really where the magazine came from for me, after like all of that and stuff. So.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's dope. So how do you feel about like other platforms, like the bigger names, like, or you don't feel towards them at all?
So, like magazine-wise, or just anything in general?
I guess like the state of media.
So I feel like there are the ones who are really good. There are the ones who keep it 100, who accurately report for the most part.
We'll talk about that in a second.
But I feel like people just follow big names. I feel like I feel like a lot of it is for like personal gain.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times. I think there definitely are genuine platforms out there, but I think a lot of it is people want to gain something for themselves more than they want to help others, which is fine because you gotta take care of yourself first. But I'd rather help people. It's not really about. For the magazine, it's not really about what I can get out of it. It's what I can put out of it. I don't know. But yeah, it's what I can put out rather than what I can take in. And then the finances, like what I love and then what I can get out of it. So that's how that, that's that, yeah.
So you brought up accuracy, and it's funny. So I was on a job interview at a particular magazine, actually. It's a big name. So I'm on this interview, and it wasn't an argument, it was just a debate, which is probably the reason I didn't get the job. I mean, they asked me to freelance for them afterwards, but which was a nice offer. And the editor-in-chief of this big platform said they wanted everybody's writing in by like 9 a.m. unless it's like a breaking story after, which is understandable. You gotta get your editors and all that. So I get that. And she was like, but it was, and I would have been fine if she ended the sentence there. She said, and I don't care how accurate it is, because either the editor's gonna fix it if they catch it, or we'll just type a retraction later. We just want to be first.
Yeah. See, that I don't like. That would probably turn me off because one thing going like into our shoots and stuff like that, and I'll take it back to Mike Sapp because he was on the first cover for J. Doe. he was in his shoot or whatever, and a lot of people come to the shoot thinking, that they have to be one way. So he was, like posing and stuff like that. And we told him, we were like, be you. And we were like, we want to accurately represent who you are. If you want your fans to see you this way, then that's what we want, you to do.
Yeah.
As soon as we told Mike Sapp to be himself, he was like jumping off walls, and it was like a really fun shoot.
I've seen him jump off a wall.
Yeah, and and he's like, his energy level is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and I do tend to be more reserved, so I don't think I ever said this to his face or whatever, but like, he's definitely one of my favorite shoots. My photographer loves him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, loves him. He's like, yeah, Mike, yeah, you want to shoot? Yeah, all right, yeah, we'll do it again. He's like, whatever, I'll clear my schedule. Like, he loved, like,
wow.
his energy is like, but his energy is amazing.
Yeah.
So, when he's down, like, he was literally like running off walls, and he started like rapping and singing and all this other stuff, whatever, and we were able to capture like him literally jumping off, like, it was good.
Yeah.
But I think accuracy is so important, especially now that there's so much clutter around everything and around everybody. So the type of retraction after the fact, it's like, it's already out there. It's like in court, how lawyers, try to say, you did this, and that, and then they're like, I object, and they're like, okay, withdrawn. That's fine, but people already heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's already something that's in people's minds. So I think retractions aren't, not that they're not useful or necessary, but I just think that going about everything that way is it's not really the best practice for, for stuff like that. And if the editors catch it, it's like, that leaves too much.
For her to say that about their day-to-day kind of floored me.
Right. Yeah. To be so, I don't know, careless about like that. I think that would have definitely turned me off too. I was like, that for me, the accuracy has to be there. And if I'm not clear about something, I'll email, DM, send a text message, give a phone call, whatever. Clear this up for me. And if I can't get in touch with you, then I figure out how to kind of write around it and we get rid of it. I don't want somebody to say like, I didn't say that. That's not how I feel. That's not who I am. It changes people's outlook on somebody, and that's not what I want to do.
It's funny. So like, I got into it. It was crazy. So that particular interview happens like maybe a couple weeks before Nick passed away, and then they reported